Of course, meaning Heretics up on the attack first. Let's see how this new shuffle looks, really. See how Mixwell and keloqz combine here.
Well, the big question really being around Mixwell, his ability to fill those Sage shoes in terms of getting these plants down. Zeek catch a glimpse. I like this actually from Heretics, the big indicator being they're looking for this snowman control. That's it. Here it comes through. It's a firing squad for Heretics.
Yeah, they've absolutely been in on the challenge. And we did see a very aggressive initial pistol round, even in that prior game for Karmine Corp. It was all down middle. This time around, happy to scrap on the site. Didn't look great from XMS. Left in a very precarious position, a 1v3 with very little early attempt here. Couple of upgrades on the ground though, so maybe give himself a fighting chance here, make him work for their dinner. And you can see him closing in. Already, yes, Cove goes up. Cap on the spike, looking for the pick, doesn't even get away from it.
So I think Newzera has to dump a snake bite into that. But now you look at the retake, no flashes on your initiator. Shin obviously does have some utility left, but this is problematic.
It's just Shin and XMS really that can make anything start, so let's look out for that. Otherwise, they're just trying to find dry fights. Now, yes, Mixwell does receive the, I guess, the worst end of the stick from Dizzy, but again, where's the damage off the back? It's not really coming through at all. Heretics shutting it down so far. The response finally kicking in for time. So it's halfway. But it's not the whole way, and they are running out of precious seconds to fuse. Just about comes in time.
Water rising. 30 seconds.
Why is they just waiting this out?
Oh, Hunter's Fury going to come in as well. And it's going to be somewhat effective so far. A little bit of a chip. I think their damage may be done, but Shin standing tall on the side. You're going to need massive work from keloqz here. Does the first bit of damage with Zeek, but Zeek's fallen. We're down to 13 seconds. The stall on the side's been great. And Newzera planted at his feet.
They identify where Nivera is. That should paint a very vivid picture around how the utility sets up. I'm curious when we see that pressure towards mid, when Nivera does show early round.
Won't be seeing it obviously now. Plant's going to be coming in pretty soon without any threat to life.
keloqz just never stops moving forwards.
No, he is an absolute fiend for that WP. And actually rewarded!
Oh my God!
keloqz, unbridled aggression, takes over. Pushing as deep as he wants to, and it's save time. You have to keep that operator in play. You cannot risk anything now. See how good the money is, just juggling that forward. Needs a round from Scream, though. One's fine, needs a whole lot more. Yeah, they're falling, though. keloqz going to continue forward. Rifle this time, opts for something a little different, and it's messy, it's scrappy. Yes, Mixwell's low, keloqz is low, so there's still damage to be done here, even with his Sheriff and Marshall. It ain't over yet, but we've still got a minute to play with. So it means it's
yes, it was a great play.
I'm terrified. It's allowed keloqz to get here, right? So it's like he can sit so deep on this that any retake is still going to be a million miles away. Plant's going to come in with no threat.
10 seconds left.
Should be just fine.
Spike planted.
Okay, and now here come the problems. First tag done, that's Nivera down a little lower. Second bite at it for keloqz. He's hunting him down, he's ferocious with it. Has to finally relent though, slip away a little deeper.
He had to remove Nivera. Nivera had the lockdown here.
I didn't even realize.
Beautiful aggression here from keloqz to double dip on that.
He's still holding such a decent line here though. He can sit on this, he'll probably get the kill, at least by time for Mixwell, who is on the way. There's a time limit, he's got to get a move on here. Mixwell is going to do it. Actually, keloqz has gone down. So, again, Newzera, though, how much are you meant to do with just a Sheriff in your hand? This is such a... Oh, it's just an impossible task. Mixwell's position is a million miles away. Boo is just playing time. As long as Mixwell doesn't fall, it's all but over. Heretics playing a fantastic half here. And Karmine Corp, sadly... Well, now there's a problem. You got 40 seconds. You have to retake the saw. Mixwell... He went walkabouts, obviously baffled by what just happened, maybe trying to backfill the timing, but they were still there. keloqz.
30 seconds left.
I see lots of low HP players here.
keloqz, you gonna do something? Absolutely not. Shin with a frenzy is apparently a fiend. Does very well, but Karmine Corp somehow... I've never heard you disappointed.
No, I actually,
right now,
I really,
because
I was so impressed with Karmine Corp the other day.
I know, that's the sad part, because you actually walked away happy. It was the first time I've seen that as well. As it stands, though, 20 seconds, they finally get to the plant here. They've just about chipped away enough to allow for the plant to come in. Not the first part, part of the plan, but they're going to take what they can get. Thrash going to go in. Does it find anyone? Scream's kind of playing behind it a little bit, catching Mixwell in no man's land. AvovA not going to be caught, though. Going to refill that space and start working towards the side. Back lines. Have they got it locked down here? Scream needs to activate. He's doing the best he can. He made a damn good go of it, but it ain't enough. Leaving it just in the hands of Newzera in a 1v2. Good shot, but again, it is not enough. And half the map has now been somewhat cut off here. Not easy for AvovA. This actually will force his hand a little bit. And there is intent behind this. Wingman doing the... Wait, where is AvovA? Where the hell is AvovA? Someone deal with this man! He gets just left unchecked. He can't get away from it, but he's done damage on the way. Slows it down. Look at the rotations. Already 2 players in here. Res going to come up. They'll be back up to 4.
They burned the cove to get the res. Obviously, Shin's dead, but now that comfort of the plant and Zeek coming through on the flank. Nivera luckily will trade that.
Yeah, but with 2 HP. The walking wounded here. Scream 37, Nivera 2. XMS is the only really healthy player here, burning so much utility. Scream still has a little bit, as does Nivera, but that's about it. The other side sitting pretty, and keloqz still with that operator. They're expecting a rotation. They were considering it's going to be A. It's not.
No, the problem is they need a kill because they haven't got the cove to secure the plant, and there's no flashes. Yes, they can throw a knife and hopefully figure out where Boo is playing, but...
There's the wall.
30
Boo's still got
left.
mollies.
What does Boo do, though? He's been suppressed, so
Spike planted.
can't at least deny this. And the support system was way off.
I mean,
There
the
is a
getaway
flank.
were murder getting that.
Yeah, but Mixwell being here. Okay, turret was still in place, so that's great. That's identified that position. He might have to redirect towards middle. Looks like that's the case. See being played towards yellow. Hey, actually, keloqz just found XMS over by yellow. I thought he was sitting a little bit safer for that. Absolutely not vulnerable, and now the last 2 players were the wounded ones. Oh, great shot from Nivera. Sitting on the defuse, though, is Boo, and he's not going to get off this one. He's going to sit this one out if he has to. No one stopped him! Oh, he's done it in the final seconds there. They're a little lost in this, and Scream might actually be able to punish this. Still sitting around close by. Let's see who's the victor on this one. Yeah, very cautious battle, but you can see the rest of the team leaning towards that A side. There is still presence on this side, though. Zeek is here, as is keloqz. It's unguarded, and that paint shell could be really nasty. It is. Scream's gone down, and there's the crunch. Mixwell working through middle, finding all that impact, and they're still holding. That's the Zeek you want to see, firing up. Good damage towards XMS too. Leaves him just on 20 HP. These last 2 players, Newzera and XMS, way considered. Position noted. Why wouldn't you, Michael? Because he'll hit this shot and win.
Yeah, and then get a showstopper. And
30 seconds
and you're
left.
the idiot.
Yeah.
How dare you doubt our Lord and Savior Scream? Well, let's find out. Oh, this time you're wrong. keloqz is right. He does get out of there in time as well. And actually, AvovA unaffected by this.
AvovA's still got paranoia as well.
And does get over one, though. Shin finds the right time to dip through on rafters and gets the punish. 10 seconds, though. This gets a little bit scary.
What?
Come on! keloqz is and it's just a flying in on their bodies. Benefit, there it is. But again, look how small the map is getting. You already have a flank coming in.
Zeke's all the way into
lingering
sewers.
through sewers. And now keloqz is on the case. Hello and goodbye, Shin. Gonna lose life. keloqz with another peek. Note Scream crossing to the right side. Already ready for it. keloqz is such a monster to play against. And again, remember that flank? Here it is. Newzera does win the fight. That's one small benefit. But you can't really back away from this now. Do you maybe try and run through from vents? Get out of there? keloqz,
Oh my
again,
God.
almost over-aggressing here. Running them ragged.
Gets Nivera down to 20 though. AvovA still committed towards this B-hole just in case the audible comes through. Karmine Corp don't know what to do. There's 10 seconds left. There's not enough time for this.
There isn't enough time. Even if they run and don't stop, I don't think they've even got enough time for the plant here. AvovA just needs to sit and stay safe. Yeah, no chance at the plant now. Left it way too late. The clock is their biggest hit. Boo better not die. Boo, you better just live.
Heretics, like I said, they know what Karmine Corp couldn't achieve with full A heaven control, and they're like, they're gonna roll the dice now, try B.
And you can't get away from him.
No.
He knows it too. He's just running through this map like a fire through a forest. He can't be stopped. He is just spreading everywhere. Again, more impact. Second this round. You just can't get away from him. No matter what, 20
perfectly for
already.
Mixwell as well.
Yeah, and here we go. Just like Zeek was in that prior round. The push and the pull from this. He gets over-aggressive, and does he get rewarded? Slipping through the smoke. He's looking for it, trying to find it. Does get challenged down. Scream got him, but Boo got the trade. So even with that one bit of damage, it feels like the whole round you're just trying to find keloqz, let alone get the round win. Newzera does bulldozer through Mixwell.
He was thinking about going back there.
I wouldn't. Okay, Newzera. 47 HP and a bit of a dream here. 35 seconds to work with. He'd love a pick, but he's going to have to take so long to try and get it. I don't think you get that.
30 seconds left.
Oh, they're wise to it. They're so wise to it. And now he's got less time to work with.
Look at the stage of the round here. AvovA's not used a single piece of utility either. And this is the lack of pressure as a byproduct of keloqz's early round aggression.
He's so paranoid. He is so paranoid that someone will be so nearby. He's tried to run through his utility and is slowly closing in. Newzera none the wiser as to AvovA's position. And oh, as the paranoia hits, he falls to the knees. One-off tournaments, you can kind of come in with not necessarily something one-dimensional, but you can get away with it a bit more. For now, Heretics on the attacking side, though, and off to what was meant to be a blistering start, but Nivera's having none of it. Puts a stop to it quickly, and now looks for a further follow-up. He's not alone. Eximus here as well, but surrounded. And plenty of problems. Boost caught him through the smoke. And now you look for the rest. Newzera can't hit a barn door. What's going on? Shin and Scream, can you save the day? What? On this
There's
one.
two Guardians.
It doesn't feel like a good purchase. But
Oh my god.
and we go again, back into the trenches of the A site. And Newzera's once again found keloqz. keloqz is having a terrible
There we
time
go.
trying to get towards the site. 2 back-to-back kills and no trades. Now Zeek somehow in their spawn though, which is a little bit worrying. And Mixwell's just found Scream. Hold on, that's one of the only rifles I think they had. So they are making it. Oh, good God. Okay, Zeke's gone down, but look at the spike. He is off towards B. They can find this out pretty quickly. That's fine.
Nivera's 1 HP though.
Spike planted.
They got numbers.
Not
They
sure
got
when
numbers.
Mixwell's going to get this heal back either, but obviously that's a massive upgrade for him in a 2v3.
just don't want
But
it to
call
be
it a
too late.
2v2.
Here.
Nivera barely breathing.
Yeah, he's just going to be taking the trip around the world all the way through spawn. May get there at some sort of relevant time, but for now,
This is actually terrible. If this hit comes through heaven, Mixwell can late lurk for this plant.
Last player.
Big
Ooh.
kill.
with 1 HP, Nivera gets AvovA down. And Mixwell decides to come back through on CT, but time. They need to get a move on still. If they're going to go for this cross, they need to go now. Okay, thankfully, they hit the shot, but I was getting dangerously close to running out of time. No
He's
shot.
not got it.
What?
There's no time on the defuse, Lauren. That is about the best way to summarize that day for Karmine Corp. What the hell?
You know, sometimes you're a loss of words because of something so incredible. It takes your breath away.